And tonight from sizzling Washington, D.C., the Red Sox face the Nationals in the first of a three-game series in what should be an excellent pitcher's duel. Rick Porcello against his old teammate Max Scherzer. Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us inside Nationals Park. Dave O'Brien alongside the Rem Dog, Jerry Remy, and also Garen Austin coming your way in just a couple of moments. And Jerry, Rick Porcello gets the ball tonight right after the Red Sox lost 2 out of 3 in the Bronx. So his assignment is to switch the momentum against a really tough customer.
And he's done that a couple of times this season for the Red Sox, and he needs to do it again tonight. But you're right, a tough customer. And Max Scherzer, you know, these guys were teammates back with the Tigers. They both won Cy Young Awards. And you look at the numbers in the month of June. Porcello 2-1, the 3.48 ERA. But look at Scherzer 1-3. But don't let that fool you. He's pitched very, very well. The problem is they haven't got him runs over his last 5 starts. That's why he's 1-3. Last time out, he got beat 1-0 in a game against Tampa Bay. So this is outstanding. I mean, when you have these two guys going after each other, they're both very close. They're friendly from their time in Detroit, but they will not be friends as soon as they say play ball tonight.
Yes, in just a matter of a few moments here in the extreme heat in Washington, D.C., game 1 of a 3-game series from our nation's capital. This is also the site of the upcoming All-Star game later on this month. We'll find out pretty soon how many Red Sox will be in attendance for that one. Red Sox and the Nats coming up. Official website for deals, buyatoyota.com. By Dunkin' Donuts, America runs on Dunkin'. Lexus and the Lexus Strikes Out Hunger program. Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. Kenyon Grills, the official grill of the Red Sox. And by Southwest Airlines, low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. Hot one here in Washington, D.C., as it is throughout the country. Red Sox to take on the Nationals, who've had kind of a disappointing season to this point. Sox coming in at 56-29, the Nationals 42-40. Red Sox without the designated hitter here in the Nationals ballpark, National League ballpark, of course. And for more on that, let's toss it down and say good evening to Garen Austin.
Hi, OB. Well, this is going to be a special 3-game series as we're set to celebrate Independence Day in the nation's capital. Earlier, Alex Cora talked about the lineup without the DH.
No JD. Like I said, he's going to play 2 out of 3 here. And just talking to him, he didn't want to get 2 off days in a row on Wednesday and Thursday, so he'll play those 2. Brock back in the lineup against a tough righty. And in the National League, that's what we got. So we'll try to find ways to score.
NOB coming up later tonight. I'll have more on Rick Porcello and Max Scherzer's relationship, as well as updates on Dustin Pedroia and Stephen Wright, and when Tyler Thornburg will be activated. Guys.
Okay, Garen, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Max Scherzer taking the Nationals onto the diamond here with a record of 10-4 in ERA, just over 2. And a lot of talk about being maybe the National League most valuable player this year. He's been that good. Here's the Red Sox lineup that he will take on, brought to you by Toyota's website for deals. BuyAToyota.com. Mookie Betts will lead it off, hitting .339. That's #1 in Major League Baseball. Andrew Benintendi in left, Xander Bogaerts at short, Mitch Moreland at first base. He has decent numbers against Scherzer. Devers at third with Brock Holt at second base. Sandy Leon doing the catching. Jackie Bradley in center field batting 8th tonight, with Porcello hitting out of the 9 spot. Scherzer making a strong case for his 3rd consecutive Cy Young Award and trying to beat an old teammate as well.
Let's take a look at the Nationals defense. They're very good. They're 3rd in the National League. Only 34 errors on the season. Anthony Rendon will be at third base. Trey Turner, the shortstop. Wilma Defoe at second base. And Daniel Murphy, the first baseman. Left to right, Juan Soto, Bryce Harper, and Adam Eaton. And Pedro Severino will be doing the catching for Scherzer.
Here are the umpires tonight, presented by Toyota's website for deals, buyatoyota.com. Jerry in the slow lane has the plate. Vic Carapaz at first, Jordan Baker at second, and Jeremy Rehak is the umpire at third. We're available. This telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP presented by Toyota. Visit Compra2Toyota.com to see Toyota deals not seen on TV.
Buenas noches, amigos.
Scherzer ready for the first pitch. It is in there for strike 1, and we are underway.
Yeah, basically what you see from Scherzer: the fastball, the slider, and the changeup, and a very good slider.
Rookie .339, 20 homers. He's driven in 41. As mentioned, back at the top of the American League batting race. He is 1 point in front of Jose Altuve. They do appeal and no swing, according to Carapazza.
And you see that fastball up and in on Betts at 97 miles an hour.
Benintendi on deck. And a 1-2. Looks like Mookie will be back here in pretty quick order. Back to Washington. Major League Baseball released the final update on fan balloting for the 89th All-Star Game right here in Washington on July 17th. He's the #1 vote getter among all outfielders. And he pops this one up. Murphy calling for that. Daniel Murphy in shallow right. Out #1. Give you a look at the weather. Very much like what we've been having back home in New England, of course. Sizzling temperatures, very, very hot. 94 degrees, clear skies tonight.
It's hot. It is really hot down on that field.
So with 1 out, Benintendi will climb into .284, 13 home runs. He was 3 for 12 against the Yankees. I think Alex Cora said it best after last night. He said just a weird series against the Yankees.
Yeah, that was very strange. 3 blowouts.
3 non-competitive games. 0-2.
There's the changeup right there at 84 miles an hour. But yeah, you know, the Yankees dominating the first game, the Red Sox dominating with Chris Sale, and then last night a total disaster for the Red Sox.
And David Price, first time in his career, allowing 5 home runs. Here comes the 0-2. And down he goes. He struck him out. 2 up, 2 down.
That's what I'm talking about. He's filthy. I mean, you know, 3 quality pitches. The fastball that's touched 97. He's thrown the slider, and now he throws the nasty changeup. That changeup just darting right down out of the strike zone at 84 miles an hour. Scherzer works very quickly, does not waste any time. And 2 guys tonight that work quickly, he and Porcello, and both guys with the Detroit Tigers at one point.
He said the 2 have been texting about tonight's matchup for about a week now. Porcello said we've had a good time with it.
That's not a good time right there, trying to make contact on that breaking ball.
Xander Bogaerts .274 with a dozen home runs. 2 for 12 against the Yankees. Leading the ball club with 23 doubles. This is a good doubles and triples ballpark. 336 down the left field line, 335 to right. Big gaps out there in left center and right center. Fly ball right field. Eating plenty of space back there. Almost to the warning track. He's there to make the play. And Scherzer gets the Red Sox 1-2-3. Off in right, Trey Turner's at short, Juan Soto in left, Anthony Rendon at third, Bryce Harper bats fifth, he's in center, Daniel Murphy at first, Wilmer Defoe is at second, Pedro Severino does the catching, Max Scherzer pitches and bats ninth. He handles the bat pretty well. Facing the Red Sox starter, presented by New England Audi dealers, Rick Porcello 9-2 with a .360 earned run average. And a rough one in his last time out, a no decision against the Angels. 9-3 record. He allowed 4 runs, 8 hits, and 5 2/3 in that start.
Yeah, this offense for the Nationals has not been very good all season long. They are 12th in the league in runs scored. It really has been the pitching that has carried this ball club.
He's been a pretty good hitter throughout his career. Flies that one into right field. Mookie Betts sauntering back a bit. One man gone.
The Red Sox defense is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. They are 5th in the American League with 42 errors on the season. Rafael Devers at third base, Xander Bogaerts the shortstop, Brock Holt at second, and Mitch Moll in the first baseman. Left to right, Benintendi, Bradley Jr. and Betts, and Sandy Leon doing the catching for Porcello.
They'll send up Trey Turner, the speedy shortstop, 274, 9 home runs. If he gets on, he's trying to fly.
Yeah, it's unusual. You have two teams here, the Red Sox, who lead the American League in steals, and the Nationals, who lead the National League in steals.
Now, this guy's got 22. And many predicted this team would run away with the National League East, but they've been a disappointment. They've fallen 6 back of the Atlanta Braves coming into play tonight. David Martinez, their manager. They're 42-40. Right now, Jerry, they don't look like a playoff team.
No, they don't. They got Bryce Harper struggling big time. The offense just hasn't clicked all season long. A little bit more recently, but not great.
Sock to right field, slicing. Betts on a hard run, can't get it, but into foul ground. Now, they may have missed their window. Some are speculating that that window may have closed up for them to be a truly championship team. They won 97 games last year. That was not good enough for Dusty Baker to keep his job. They fired him when they failed to reach the National League Championship Series. October has been very cruel to Washington. Question is, will this team even get there? And 1-2. Tried the corner and missed.
Pretty good two-seam fastball, though, that time by Porcello. It did miss by quite a bit, but it had pretty good movement on it.
One thing they do an awful lot is swing and miss. They strike out a ton, particularly in recent games. Moreland will pick that. He'll flip on to Porcello. He speeds to the base for out number 2. And Soto will be next.
Job well done by Porcello, doing his job by getting over and cover first base, as Moreland had to go far to his right to make that play. And of course, you get speed going down the line in Turner, so Porcello had no time to waste to get over there and cover first base.
Soto will climb in, the talented young outfielder, 310 with 8 home runs. Just a teenager, 19 years old. And an emerging superstar in the National League. Red Sox will stack a shift on the right side and leave Devers by himself on the left side. No score here in the first inning. Now, Soto has been a major story for the Nationals since they brought him up, hitting for power. Hitting the ball hard like that, though foul. Very, very exciting future for this youngster.
Yeah, I watched him take batting practice today, and he put on quite a display with power during batting practice.
And check out those socks.
Nice.
One of the top prospects in all of Major League Baseball. And among rookies in the majors, he's #1 in on-base percentage. He's #1 in slugging percentage. He's #1 in OPS. He's #1 in batting average. And tight for a ball.
And Porcello wanted that one. He thought he had enough movement on it to get it over the inside corner, but just missed.
1-0 in his only career start against Washington. Went 8 innings in that one. 2-2. Rendon next. And then Bryce Harper batting out of the 5 spot. But Porcello looking to make it a 1-2-3 first inning. You're expecting a really big crowd here. And good crowds throughout the series of 3 games. That'll fill up the count. The The payoff pitch from Rick Porcello, and he walks him. Rare first inning walk for the right-hander. He puts on Soto.
And tried back-to-back changeups and missed with both of them. The last pitch to Soto, a changeup that just got away from Porcello right there, high and away. Made him throw 7 pitches in that at bat.
So the veteran third baseman Rendon next, 293 with some power, 11 home runs. Last 16 games he's hitting over 400, 403. Washington just lost 3 out of 4 in Philadelphia to the Phillies. Jerry mentioned how good some of the pitching was certainly over the weekend. Red Sox got a great start, of course, out of Chris Sale. The Yankees got 2 exceptional starts. Sale was just named the American League Pitcher of the Month for June, posting a 1.76 ERA for the month of June.
That was quite a performance on Saturday by Sale in New York.
John Lester went 5-0 for the Cubs. He was named the National League Pitcher of the Month.
John Lester keeps on chugging along, doesn't he?
Well, he sure does. He also hit a 3-run homer on Sunday. The 1-1. One ball and 2 strikes on Rendon. Porcello trying to leave Bryce Harper in the on-deck area. He's not hitting for batting average, but he is hitting for power. Talking about Harper. Soto on at first. Scooped up by Devers down to second base, and plenty of time to retire the side. 1 man left, and we're scoreless after 1. About Chris Sale just being named the American League Pitcher of the Month for June. 3-2, 60 strikeouts, and only 9 walks.
He went from the beginning of June throwing about 93 to the end of the June throwing about 99.
And sometimes 100 in late in games. As Cora has said in recent days, right now he's the best pitcher in the American League. Old Dominion, the official freight carrier of Major League Baseball and the Red Sox. Here's the 0-1 to Moreland. Pitch 286, 11 home runs. He is 4 for 14 with a home run against Scherzer. So one of the few guys in the Red Sox lineup who seems to get a decent look at him.
Now with 2 strikes on him, they shift back the other way against Moreland.
Devers on deck, and then Brock Holt here in the second inning.
Trey Turner back at shortstop now.
And socked into left center field. It'll drop down for a base hit. So the Red Sox have their first base runner tonight. A line shot by Moreland.
As you mentioned, Dave, you know, he's got very decent numbers against Scherzer, and that time picks up the line drive with 2 strikes on him to center field. Scherzer coming with the fastball, and Moreland ready for it, slicing away from the center field to Bryce Harper.
Sends up Rafael Devers, who had a 5-hit game on Saturday, including a grand slam against the Yankees. Second grand slam of the season. He also did it back in April. He's the youngest player to go 5 for 5 with a grand slam since at least 1908. A lot of history wrapped up on that performance of Rafael Devers.
Now against the Yankees, going to the opposite field on a breaking ball. It gives you an idea of how strong Devers is. He gave the Red Sox a very quick lead in that ballgame.
High pop up into shallow center. Defoe backing out, plenty of time to get there. Devers is starting to make some great memories at Yankee Stadium. Remember what he did last year against Chapman. With that home run on a 103-mile-an-hour fastball. He pops up in his first trip tonight. 1 gone for Brock Holt. Brock will climb in hitting .290. And after Sunday's forgettable loss in New York, the Red Sox are percentage points behind the Yankees. Sunday was over early. David Price admitted later it is for him back to the drawing board. That's what he said about his performance. All 3 were blowouts. 8-1, 11-0, 11-1. Sandy Leon on deck, a man at first base, no score in the second. Going to run in and get him. So Brock Holt hit by the pitch, and the Red Sox are in business. Runners at first and second for Sandy.
Looked like a breaking ball that time, or a cut fastball that comes inside, and you can see it get right off the left knee, on the top of the left knee of Brock Holt. That can't feel real good. The Red Sox with a couple of base runners now and the 1 out.
Well, good to see the smile there, Brock Holt. Sandy Leon is swinging a very, very good bat these days. The batting average is up to .261. Wasn't that long ago he was knocking around 200.
Has 5 for his last 9.
And over his last 24 games, he's hitting .333. So trying to get something going right away here against Scherzer. One of baseball's true aces. 3-time Cy Young Award winner. He's thrown 2 no-hitters in 1 season. And is in there for strike 1 and 1. Comforts of home brought to you by Bernie and Phil's. Max Scherzer at home this season, a 4-1 record, ERA of .203. Save big with no tax and free delivery going on right now at Bernie and Phil's Furniture. Moreland and Brock Holt the board. Here's the 1-1.
That's going to be a very tough pitch right there. I mean, if he continues to chase those high fastballs from Scherzer, you're not going to make much contact on those. Too much velocity out of the strike zone.
An exploding fastball, and now Sandy Leon will step out. In 2016, he tied the major league record with a 20 strikeout game, tying Roger Clemens and Kerry Wood. He is carving out an amazing career. Here comes the 1-2. And he lets that one get downstairs, 2-2. Moreland began the inning with a base hit. After one out, Brock Holt gets drilled by a pitch. They lead at first and second. Swung on and missed. It gets by everybody. The runners are going to move up here on strike three as it ricocheted back very hard from the brick back there on a wild one.
But that is very strange right there. It looked like a slider that time that goes right between the legs of Sandy Leon, bounces back to Scherzer, but two-man advance. Yeah, that ball went right between the legs on a swing of Sandy Leon.
You gotta be kidding me.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
A swing and a miss, and right through the wickets.
Now they intentionally walk Jackie Bradley with first base open, and of course Porcello coming to the plate.
So Jackie Bradley will take ball four. That'll load up the bases for Porcello.
I mean, you say, how in the world can you swing at a pitch like that? It's going between my legs. I don't want to laugh at him, but
that's amazing.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
All right, so they're loaded for Rick Porcello. The intentional walk of Jackie Bradley to bring up the pitcher. Rick in his career 156. He has 2 RBIs in his career, and they both came in the first game he ever hit in 2009 against Pittsburgh Pirates. He went 2 for 3. Not driven in a run since. Facing a good friend here in Scherzer, but that's fairly nasty. And it's quickly 0-2.
Yeah, starts him off with back-to-back cutters.
So all loaded up, 2 down, 0-2. And a scoreless game in the second inning. Shot into left, racing back Soto, going hard. It's over his head. 1 run is in. Here comes Holt. Here comes the 3rd one. Jackie Bradley scores, and the Red Sox jump on Scherzer. Rick Porcello with a double to make it 3-0. And he ripped it. Soto had no chance to make the play.
He made him look silly with a couple of cut fastballs, and then he goes to a fastball. And if you notice what Rick Porcello did, he choked up on the bat just trying to make contact. And he did make contact, and good solid contact. And that ball gets up over the head of Soto, and to the surprise of everybody in the ballpark, 3 runs come across.
A bases loaded double, and Mookie Betts up. He is 0 for 1. Goodness.
Reaction from Scherzer, of course he feels that way. Porcello's smiling at the dugout. He can't probably believe it himself.
So he comes up with more RBIs on that swing than he had in his career going into that at bat. And in a stunning turn of developments, the Red Sox with a 3-0 lead.
Well, that'll teach him to intentionally walk Jackie Bradley to get to Porcello, won't it?
Tell you what, that was a really fine swing. And stunning Martinez and the Nationals. 3-0 Boston. Rick Porcello with the bases loaded. Just a little bit of batting practice in the last several days, knowing this series was coming.
Yeah, and most of that day was bunting practice.
A lot of it was. Man, did he make solid contact. Red Sox ahead 3-0 against Scherzer, who's got to be in a state of shock. And coming as it did against one of his better friends in baseball and a former rotation mate.
As I said in the open, friends till the game starts. Then it's all about competition.
So the 2-2 to Mookie Betts. And he will work it full. Our key matchup presented by Sullivan Tire and Complete Auto Service. Always here to get you there. Mookie Betts in his career against the National League in 70 games, hitting .331 and a .584 slugging percentage. And the 3-2. And that's going to walk him. So Betts is on.
You know, when you look in the career against the Red Sox, and I understand this is different teams, many different teams, but Max Scherzer, he's facing the Red Sox for the 11th time. His record is 4-4 with a 6.05 in 10 previous starts. Now, I get it. It's not this team. Different teams, but there's something about a Red Sox uniform that hasn't been friendly to him.
Well, he hasn't had to face Rick Porcello before with the bases loaded. Benintendi struck out his first time up. I got to tell you, it's one of the more exciting plays in baseball because it happens so infrequently. When a pitcher with the bases loaded does something like that, really puts a quality swing on it. You're talking about the best pitcher in the National League and clearing off the bases with a double. And a guy who does not swing the bat. Hardly ever. Just amazing. Benintendi with runners at first and second and 2 away. It's that one sharply but fouled. Almost got Tom Goodwin there at first base. So 2 walks in the inning, but made all the sense in the world to put on Jackie Bradley to pitch to Porcello.
Oh, absolutely. That's a no-brainer for any manager in the National League.
Porcello at second and Betts on at first. 97, but umpire said he missed with that. Scherzer not too pleased, but Red Sox are really making him work in this inning. Mitch Moreland started it with a base hit. Brock Holt hit by the pitch. Jackie Bradley taking the intentional pass to load him up, and then Porcello shocked everybody with a heck of a swing and cleaned him off. Here's the 2-2. And he struck him out 96 miles an hour. Rick Porcello drives in 3 runs over the head of Soto and the Red Sox against Scherzer, no less. On top, 3-0.
Get you up to date on all the latest trades and transactions across the league, plus an inside look at Bruins development camp. Don't miss Bruins Summer Face-Off Live tomorrow afternoon at 4:30. Brought to you by Toyota's official website for deals. Buyatoyota.com.
Red Sox on top 3-0 as we bring you to the bottom half of the second inning. Let's toss it down to Garrett.
Well, Obi, the last time the Red Sox were in D.C. was for a special preseason game at the U.S. Naval Academy at Annapolis. Both the Sox and the Nats spent the morning with midshipmen. They had breakfast, toured the academy, and played a little catch. Now, this is not a typical pregame morning for the players, but they all really enjoyed the visit. And, guys, the midshipmen were ecstatic to get photos, autographs, and just be able to meet both teams.
Thank you very much. Bryce Harper about to lead things off here with the Red Sox in the lead 3-0. I'm not sure which was more shocking what we saw in that inning. The Rick Porcello bases clearing 3-run double, or Sandy Leon swinging at a pitch that went under him, went between his legs.
I think the most shocking thing was the Porcello double to drive in 3 runs.
Wow. Incredible. Now, he's a really good athlete, and he put a really, really fine swing on that. And again, Scherzer. Harper with a ground ball into the shift, and Brock Holt up and over in plenty of time to get him. He's having a tough year at 216 and a big free agent year for him. So he has hit the 20 home runs, 1 man away. So that'll bring up Daniel Murphy, the talented hitter who is having a rough time himself. A lot of injury issues for him. 182. He started a game at second base yesterday for the first time all season. They got him at first base tonight. He's coming off microfracture surgery on the left knee at the age of 33. Came off the DL on June 12. Into center field. He serves that for a base hit. So Murphy is aboard.
He's always done well against Porcello. 4 for 7 now in his career off Rick. That was a changeup that time that he just served out there in front of Jackie Bradley Jr.
Wilmer Depot at second base tonight, 246 with 3 home runs. Porcello's done very, very well record-wise in interleague games, 18-8 in his career. As he will miss for ball 1. Depot switch hitter, good speed. And they do have speed in this lineup. Check swing and a foul out of play to make it 1-1. Porcello coming in with 9 wins. That is tied for 6th in the American League. Pedro Severino on deck. And a base hit into right field. Murphy charging for second. He'll take the turn. Mookie up and gunning. Going to be a play at third base, and he is out. Cut down by Mookie Betts. Devers with a sprawling tag to get Murphy at third.
I don't know if those are boos or mooks, to be honest with you, but Mookie Betts throws an absolute bullet on one hop, and they're just waiting on Murphy at third base. Devers going back to the tag. Beautiful play by Devers. Beautiful throw by Betts. His 3rd outfield assist of the season. To me, that's not good base. I mean, it's just not good base running. You're down by 3 runs early in the ball game like that. It doesn't make sense.
And running on Mookie Betts. Severino with a little tapper, backhand stab, nicely done by Porcello. He guns on to get him, and quickly, despite allowing a couple of hits in the inning is over.
season are on sale now. Be at TD Garden for the biggest games of this season as the Bees take on the original 6 opponents and other top rivals. Get your tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
Well, you're thinking tonight, it's an important night for the Red Sox to have Rick Porcello on the mound, coming off dropping 2 out of 3 at Yankee Stadium because of what he can do on the hill. But tonight, he showed up with the bat, too, against Max Scherzer and ripped a bases-loaded double to give the Red Sox a 3-0 lead. As we move on to the 3rd inning, Jerry Remy, Dave O'Brien, Garen Austin alongside, and Xander Bogaerts leading it off. Again, Scherzer, who's got to be in a state of shock somewhat. Xander 0 for 1 to fly to right field. Mitch Moreland, a man who started the rally in the 2nd inning, will follow, and then Rafael Devers. Jerry, you and I were talking on the drive down from New York City yesterday, because we did not work last night's game. That was on Sunday Night Baseball, about Xander Bogaerts and about the solid year that Xander has had. Just talking about the defensive side, how reliable he's been.
Exactly right. To this point in the season, we were talking, he's made 5 errors. 5 errors at shortstop's pretty darn good. And he's covering ground. He's making plays going to his right, going to his left, charging the ball.
Up and that's going to hit it. Boy, Scherzer wild tonight. He has hit 2 Red Sox already. You got Brock Holt in the 2nd inning, and now he's going to put on Xander Bogaerts.
Yeah, Brock Holt was like a cut fastball. This was a changeup this time to Bogaerts. That just kept running back inside. You can see the rotation on the changeup and gets him right on the back elbow, the right elbow. That's his throwing arm. We'll have to see if that has any effect at all as time goes on.
So Moreland next, a base hit, and he was on to score the first run in the 2nd inning on the Porcello bases loaded double over the head of Soto in left. So Mitch 1 for 1, 5 for 15 career against Scherzer. Scherzer, by the way, has never hit more than 2 batters in a game. Mitch went 1 for 7 in the series against the Yankees.
Big shift put on the right side, as you can see, for Mitch Moreland.
And a 1-0 pitch. He'll take a strike.
Here's the shift, the 3 men on the right side, and sometimes when they get to 2 strikes, they'll come out of that shift.
We see plenty of Red Sox fans in the stands here tonight. So to your point about, were those boos or were those Mookies?
Yeah, exactly.
They were chanting for Mookie Betts, I think, by and large.
I don't know, man. I was booing, the move, the base running move.
And you were correct to do that. Yeah. I'm with you there. I thought that was a.
But I'm also Mookie in it, because he made the good throw in the 3rd base.
You're Mookie in it.
Yeah.
I think that might catch on. You're Mookie in it. On his way to another Gold Glove. Fly down the left field line, but slicing. Soto will watch that one disappear in the crowd. Mookie getting a lot of votes for the All-Star game, of course, as we mentioned a little bit earlier. Over 3 million, 3,119,000. And JD Martinez, as the DH, is the #1 vote getter at about 2.3 million. All-Star game right here in Washington, D.C. on the 17th of July.
Xander getting a lot of attention over at first base. He's only got 2 steals on the season and caught 1 time. This has not been a running season for Xander Bogaerts.
Rafael Devers on deck. Here's the 2-2. Runner holding. and got a piece of it. Time of the whole team together presented by Lowe's, and looking at the updated All-Star voting. As mentioned, Betts and Martinez. Andrew Benintendi is 6th among outfielders. Mitch Moreland is 3rd among first basemen. You got to believe among the pitchers, Chris Sale and Craig Kimbrell should be thinking about making plans to be here in D.C. A wave and a miss. That one kind of disappeared on him on a changeup, and down goes Moreland.
I'll tell you, when he throws a good one, it really moves down and away from a left-hander. It almost acts like a split-fingered fastball. You see how much it dipped, moved away from Moreland and dipped way out of the strike zone.
Total send up Devers 0 for 1. He's popped up to second. Got a man at first base with one away. Red Sox ahead 3-0 against Scherzer and the Nationals. This guy's had a lot of difficulty winning games recently despite some great performances. He hasn't won since June 5th. Although he could have won each of his last 4. He's allowed 2 runs or less in each one. Just lost 1-0 to Tampa Bay. He was very tough in that one, obviously. Devers in attack mode, and it's 0-2. So far tonight, he has struck out 4. Brock Holt to hit next, and the 0-2. Popped up. Severino along with Rendon. Rendon there, and it pops out of the glove. He cannot make the play. On top of the railing of the Red Sox dugout, not friendly territory.
That's a break for the Red Sox, because that's a ball that could have been handled by Rondon down there at the third base dugout. You see him reach over. Looked like he had plenty of room in the glove, and it hits right off the heel of the glove. So when he got to that railing, that's where he got messed up, because see, look where the ball hits. He's got plenty of glove left to catch that baseball.
Well, let's see if it haunts them. No error charged. Devers hanging in there. The count 0-2. Middle game of the series tomorrow evening, 1 hour earlier for the start time. It'll be Brian Johnson going in at 1 and 2, the left-hander, and then Wednesday on the 4th of July, Eduardo Rodriguez. And the Red Sox will head off for Kansas City, a day off on Thursday. Socked to right, but foul, and that one rising up into the upper deck, but foul. He got around on that baby. Just a little too quick. Still 0-2 on Devers. And Bogaerts with a short lead at first. Rick Porcello, the man of the moment, with the bat. With a shot to left with the bases loaded for a 3-run double. And 1-2. Foul tipped and not held by Severino.
Now, Red Sox are making Scherzer work very, very hard here early in the ballgame. Remember now, this is a blistering hot night in Washington, D.C. And it's going to take a toll, I think, on pitchers in this game.
1-2 on the way. And finally strikes him out 95 miles an hour to get Devers for out number 2.
That goes back away from Devers that time to get the strikeout. So back-to-back strikeouts. One to Moreland, one to Devers. Devers way behind that pitch. A little bit outside, but too close to take.
8-pitch at bat. Ace Ticket is Boston's trusted source for tickets to all Sox games and concerts at Fenway. The prices and service are better than you can imagine. Go to aceticket.com right now. Brock Holt hit by a pitch, scored a run in the second. So Brock hitting at .290 with a home run.
Strikeout high in the season for Scherzer, 15. Did that against the Philadelphia Phillies. He's had a couple of 13 strikeout games.
Now, twice in his career he's had one of those immaculate innings. 9 pitches, 9 strikes, 3 strikeouts. He did it on June 5th, so he's done it recently. He's also been a touch wild tonight.
And hasn't got a lot of those calls right there. That's a pretty good pitch, that third pitch at the bottom of the strike zone, but didn't go his way. He's had about 2 or 3 that he feels should have been strikes.
Nice fall to mind. 2-1 on Brock Holt. With a man at first. 2-2. Been moving up the charts in a lot of strikeout categories these last several years. The 2-2 will not be made. A little lob toss. Scherzer born with one blue eye and one brown eye. That story has been well told, but he is a renowned dog lover, and one of the dogs that he adopted also has that same condition. 2-2. Foul tipped again, not held by Severino.
.62 pitches already for Scherzer, and we're in the 3rd inning.
94 degrees as we started, as you pointed out. Inning began with a hit batsman. He plunked Bogarts. He came back to strike out Moreland and Devers. Now the 2-2 to Brock.
There's another one. 63 pitches now. He's averaging 106 per game.
Martinez, the manager, who's longtime lieutenant of Joe Maddon's there in Tampa Bay, and they were together with the Rays. Bogarts off at first, not running. Long at bat here by Brock Holt. He's being very pesky too, as was Devers in front of him. Red Sox still leading the majors with 56 wins. Here's the 8th pitch of this at bat, which keeps on rolling.
Right now, Scherzer not sure what to throw Brock Holt. He's throwing him everything he's got. Fouling pitches off one after another.
Two and two. Two out, a man on.
Catcher wanted to change up real bad, didn't he? Didn't get what he wanted. He wanted the changeup real bad the way he put it down there, and Scherzer shook him off, and he went back to the fastball.
And crowded him again. He's walked 2, 1 intentional. He's hit 2 batters. And the Red Sox are making him work to get outs. Here's the 2-2 once again. And again he spoiled it. So they will do it again as Holt continues to hang in tough. Sandy Leon patiently waiting on deck. Sucked into right over the head of Xander Bogaerts down the line. He'll take the turn into third base, and he's going to get there standing up. Some at bat there by Brock Holt.
That's an absolute great at bat by Holt. I mean, he fouled off everything that Scherzer had to offer. Finally gets himself a fastball that he's able to rip for a base hit. I mean, that is a classic at bat by Holt. Bogaerts having to duck out of the way of the line drive, but he'll still have no problem making third base.
So that's an 11 pitch at bat for a line drive hit, and Lilliquist has to come out, the pitching coach, just to get him a break. Runners at first and third for Sandy Leon, and again, even though Sandy struck out the first time up, it was downright fascinating on a pitch that went between his legs. You don't see that every day. And Jackie Bradley took an intentional walk to load up the bases so that Scherzer could pitch to his pal Rick Porcello, and he was no friend indeed as he ripped a double. And it was a legit double to clear off the bases. Red Sox in front 3-0 and now looking for more. 2 down.
Well, you never know, working toward the bottom of the batting order like this, so they could try some type of double steal with a couple of outs. Holt at first base, Bogaerts at third. Bogaerts can get a big lead at third base because they're playing him way off the line.
Well, the count goes Sandy's way now, 2-0. His last 6 games, he's 8 for 17, 2 home runs and 2 doubles. Red Sox, right before the Yankee series, were getting really good production in that bottom third of the order. In recent games, here comes the 2-0.
Blew that 96-mile-an-hour fastball right by Leon on a 2-0 count. Sitting there looking fastball, obviously, and still can't catch up to it.
Max Scherzer has thrown 71 pitches in this game, and he has yet to bat yet. So that doesn't happen every day. The 2-1 inside. So 3-1 to count on Sandy Leon with runners at first and third. See if he gets a fastball to drive. Runner at first taken off, and there's a high pop up into right center field. Harper coming on. Depot going out. Harper will take that one to retire the side. More hard work for Scherzer. 3-0 Boston. Donation of gently used professional clothing at any Men's Warehouse. You help unemployed men and women look their best as they re-enter the workforce. You can learn more at mwsuitdrive.com. Back in Washington, Red Sox head 3-0. Max Scherzer will lead things off here. He'll be followed by Eaton and then Turner, top of the order here for the Nationals. Scherzer, pretty good hitter. He's hitting .250, has 9 hits to lead their staff. No home runs. Red Sox have been working him. And driving up his pitch count early. Their bullpen's a little bit tired. High chopper. And the infield. And a little flip on to first base. And for whatever reason, Scherzer never left the batter's box. And
he didn't know where the ball was. We're seeing some crazy stuff in this game early.
How odd is that?
He makes contact. The ball hits apparently off the plate or in front of the plate, bounces straight up, and he had no idea where the ball was. Watch Scherzer after this contact. Bounce. Looking around, where is it? And Porcello's playing it like it's a fly ball.
He's having a strange night.
Yeah, he really is.
And it looks like already a long one. You talked about the heat. That's a very real factor here tonight. Eaton 0 for 1. He's flied out to right. He was involved in one of the more remarkable plays of the season in Philly on Sunday. He ripped the line drive that they clocked at 96 miles an hour right off the right arm of the Phillies right-hander Vince Velasquez, who stayed on his feet, went over, picked up the ball with his left hand and threw him out at first base. Velasquez played his junior year of high school as a left-handed throwing center fielder because of bone spurs in his right elbow that prevented him from pitching. That's why he's so good with the left. Later he said, "I felt great despite getting drilled." We got video of that play in just a moment. It'll be our twisted but true moment. Certainly one of the more unusual moments of the baseball season, although we've seen a couple here tonight too. Got a piece to hang in there. Twisted but true Saturday. Here's how that play occurred on a line shot, and again they clocked it at 96 miles an hour, but looked pretty good throwing lefty for a right-handed pitcher.
He really did. I had not seen that. That's the first time I've seen it. He had no doubt he was going to make that play with his left hand, and then he drops to the ground in pain with the right hand, right arm.
And again, after the game, he said he was okay. Twisted tea tastes like real iced tea. One down, 1-2. And missed with that, according to Lane.
Yeah, Porcello wanted that one. He thought he had the inside corner too. Both pitches have had pitches they've thrown that should have been strikes.
Trey Turner on deck. Red Sox in the midst of a 9-game, 10-day road trip to New York, Washington, and Kansas City. Smoke but foul. Well, we've got a nice crowd here tonight.
Well, it's really something. You know, I haven't been here a while. They have really built up this area around this ballpark. All kind of condominiums and businesses going up and you know, behind left field. It's just incredible.
Yeah, building and building and building. A lot of cranes up, line in the center field. That'll drop down for a base hit. So Eaton, who came in hitting .300, 1 for 2 tonight, he reaches with one away.
Yeah, good success also against Porcello. .385 coming into the game tonight, and 1 for 2 now. Looks like he reached out and touched a changeup that time for the base hit. Then you see a lot of construction. There are cranes everywhere. Yeah, it was the changeup. It stayed up in the zone a little bit, but that's not a bad pitch. That's just some pretty good hitting right there by Eaton.
Here's Turner. He's 0 for 1. And pops this one up. Leon looking for room over near the camera well, but will find none.
You know what I love about our view here, Dave, is you can see the Capitol building. Now, you could see that very clear before they started all the construction. But we have a pretty good view of it here between the buildings that are going up.
It really is a wonderful view. It's somewhere out there.
Yeah, it's between building 1 and building 2. We can't get the right angle on it.
Oh, 1 chopped right to Devers. Fires down to second, 1 on to first. Not in time. Turner is too quick, but they do get the man in the middle. Eaton is erased, and there are 2 gone.
And Trey Turner can really fly down that line, and there was little chance the Red Sox were going to be able to turn this over, even though Devers got a high hop, made a good throw, a good turn at second base, but just too much speed. There's Turner going down the line right out. He's at full speed after about a step.
An exciting young player. Here's another one in Soto, the 19-year-old. He walked in the first inning. Red Sox up 3-0. Porcello has been the brightest star tonight.
Pull in the infield, shading slightly to the opposite field in the outfield.
Soto has crushed some tape measure shots since they brought him up. Nothing cheap about the home runs that he has hit. On June 30th at Philadelphia, became the first teenager in Major League history to record a 4-hit, 2-home-run game. Just as the swing and a look of a young man who belongs. Rendon on deck. But Porcello has him in the hole. Here's the 0-2. And he gets a time.
Yeah, Porcello is trying to hold on to the ball a little bit longer with Turner at first base. 22 steals, trying to do anything to throw off his timing. Even though it's a 3-0 ball game, still that's not going to stop Turner from running.
That's going to be in there for strike 3. Caught him looking. Side retired. 1 man left. quality Franks for all Sox fans. Pick up KM Fenway Franks at your grocer today. KM, together we grill. Hot night in D.C. Red Sox in front 3-0 in game 1 of the 3-game series. Jackie Bradley will lead things off here against Scherzer, who's been toiling out there. And a high fly to left field. Soto underneath and waiting. Jackie Bradley gone on 1 pitch. Jackie played a role in that 2nd inning. The Red Sox scored 3 times on the double by Rick Porcello, because Scherzer walked Jackie Bradley intentionally to load up the bases to get to Porcello.
They played National League Baseball, didn't he?
Yes.
You walk that number 8 guy to get to the pitcher.
So here's Porcello for the 2nd time tonight. 3-run double first time up. On a really sweet swing. Mookie Betts up next. Here comes the 0-1. Well, that's how it started first time up. Couple of quick strikes. And then the unexpected. Here's the 0-2. And down he goes on 3 pitches. So 2 up, 2 down.
A little different trying to hit that breaking ball and that fastball he threw him the first time. Catch a condensed 2-hour version of this Red Sox game at midnight on Sox and 2. Sox and 2 is brought to you by Cumberland Farms, where you can get iced coffee for 99 cents, any size, any day.
Mookie is 0 for 1 with a walk. He has flied to right. Came into play tonight, leading the majors again in batting average at .339. Solid series in New York. He was 4 for 10 with a pair of doubles. One of the storylines for the Nationals coming into this series was, is Scherzer merely the lead candidate for the Cy Young, or what about the MVP of the National League? 10-4 ERA at 2.04. One dominating performance after another. He fires that one in at 94. He's had a brilliant career. He's trying to win his 3rd consecutive Cy Young Award. Popped into center field. Bryce Harper there. And unlike last inning, this will be a quick inning for Max Scherzer as the Red Sox go in order.
Daily email newsletter, The Lead, and start your morning with the latest headlines in New England sports. Go to NESN.com/newsletter to subscribe today.
So bottom half of the fourth inning, it'll be Rendon, Harper, and Murphy. Very tough part of the order for Rick Porcello, but he's allowed only 3 hits to this point. High deep drive into left field, driving back Benintendi all the way back, and that one is gone way out of here. Rendon winding up, and he crushed it to put Washington on the board. That'll be his 12th home run of the season to make it 3-1.
There's no doubt about that one when it left the bat. Rondon really put a charge in this. Looks like he gets it. It might have been like a slider or something that didn't do very much. Just kind of spun up the home plate on the inside part of the plate, and that's a ball you got to hit hard.
So the Nationals on the board. And here comes Harper, who's hit 20 of them. 0 for 1 with a ground out to second. He was trying to repeat that performance. The cut and the miss. Well, he's a terrific player, but he's having an off year in a free agent season. Some think the pressure of playing for the big contract has gotten to him. Though he's making $20 million a year.
He's going to get a big contract anyway. You know, regardless of how this ends up for him, he's going to get a big contract anyway.
Yeah. 25 years old. Some talked about a $300 or $400 million contract for him as a free agent, but given last winter's market, his own performance this year, that seems highly unlikely now. But you're right, he's going to get paid somewhere.
Look at the location of these pitches, 1, 2, and 3 from Porcello, all up and away and out of the strike zone to Harper.
Got him down 0-2, and he puts him away in there for strike 3.
Boy, that's just great pitching right there. You know, show him everything away, 3 pitches away, and then when you're thinking out there, buzz him inside with the 2 pitches with a 2-seam fastball. Unbelievable. That's great pitching by Porcello. Jumping back is Harper. And you start thinking out there. You see 3 pitches away, you start thinking about the outside part of the plate, and then you get buzzed with a 2-seamer inside.
So Harper caught looking. That sends up Murphy, a base hit first time up. .196 at the moment. He hasn't played very much this year because of the knee, but he hit .322 last year with 23 homers. Line drive, Moreland will catch that. So 2 down after the home run. Homer Depot will be next. He singled first trip, 1 for 1 here tonight. Red Sox in the lead, 3-1. Depot with that base hit in the second inning, and Murphy tried to go first to third on that single, but it was a base hit to right field, and that means Mookie Betts, and Mookie gunned him down on a 1-hop throw to third for the outfield assist, and it was a beauty. Nationals have actually gone ahead in hits now, 4-3, and given a home run by Rendon. Two and 1. Porcello trying to get into the win column for the 10th time this season. 9-3 at the moment. He has a lower ERA right now than he did at the All-Star break when he won the Cy Young. So far he's walked 1 man. It was Soto in the first inning. Severino on deck, 3-1. He fills up the count. Sox in the 5th inning will have Benintendi, Bogaerts, and Moreland due up. They've been wearing down Max Scherzer here with a lot of long at bats. Popped up, short left, racing out Devers, and Bogaerts coming on Benintendi. It's going to drop in. One will be held at first base. Stopping there is Defoe. Red Sox do not make the catch. And a base runner here for the Nationals on the single.
Yeah, just a little bloop on a changeup right there from Porcello. And it really heads out into the twilight zone. You see Devers, he can't make the over the shoulder catch. Benintendi couldn't get there, and Bogaerts was nowhere in the picture at the end. So it was left up to Devers, and Devers almost looked like he took his eye off it to check out Benintendi. So he's looking, he's got the ball is back to the ball, and he's checking out Benintendi trying to make a catch. Tough to do.
Severino 0 for 1 with a comebacker. They'll roll that one foul for strike 1. Young catcher, very good defensively, but they're not getting a whole lot of offense from him. And this is a part of the batting order that Rick Porcello could really feast on the rest of the night. Max Scherzer is on deck. Sox ahead 3-1 here in Washington. Fired in there at 91.
Yeah, Porcello, this is the guy you really want to get here and end this inning and have the pitcher lead off the next inning.
Well, they got Harper. He caught him looking on a third strike. He also did it to Soto in the 3rd inning.
Defoe at first base, 5 steals, caught a couple of times.
And a team that really does like to run. And Porcello with a 1-2. And he got him. He struck him out looking. He puts him away to retire the side. Next Monday through Wednesday, the Red Sox take on Texas. The family 4-packs are back. Get 4 tickets, 4 Fenway Franks, 4 fountain sodas for just $99. Remdog tried to sell those for 99 cents the other day. If you got one of those, God bless you. For tickets and more information, visit redsox.com/family 4-pack.
That almost cost me my job, among other things.
The phone was ringing off the hook. Like, what are you doing, Jerry?
Killing us.
99 cents. You're killing us. You're killing us. Red Sox with a 3-1 lead.
Hey, doesn't that presidential race get you going? I mean, that just, I love that stuff. Oh,
really revs you up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You could barely keep still. The president's race is going on. Benintendi whiffed his first 2 times up. He's going to roll that one foul. Let's give you a little sneak peek on this. This is the end of it.
You're stopping for water, and then this dude, whoever he is.
That's George Washington.
Oh, that's George?
The father of our country, yeah.
Oh, okay. He just, you know, he
I don't know what he's doing there.
I don't know.
Yeah, it gets you going. The 0-1, he'll check the swing. On deck, Bogarts and then Moreland. The fans just love it.
That's the other thing, too. I don't think they care much about those races.
You don't think they do? You think they're
no, I really don't.
Kind of immune to it at this point?
I don't sense the big excitement that comes along with those races. I don't sense it.
Because it's not there.
No. I don't know why they do it.
Jerry, these races are very popular. I lived in D.C. for about 5 years before moving up to Boston, and the president's race is huge. The fans love it. What are you talking about?
I didn't hear one fan clap, Garen. It was like, oh, here they come again.
They're cheering on the inside.
No, wait a minute. 5 years ago, Garen, before you moved to Boston.
Yes.
So what are we talking? It's almost a decade ago, right? So they were very popular then.
I guess it was.
Yeah.
I've been in Boston, for about 5. Yeah.
So there you go. So, 10 years ago.
They're still popular. The presidents will always be popular here in Washington.
Oh yeah. Swing and a miss, and Benintendi retired.
That's not true, because presidents are not always popular in Washington.
That is very true.
For so long, they refused to let, was it Teddy Roosevelt? They refused to let Teddy win, right? And there were polls, there were online, internet polls. Let him win. And they finally did, and I think that was the end of it. People didn't care after that.
Yeah. No, I got to say, I'm just going to be totally honest. It doesn't do much for me in any ballpark that we go to where they have those silly races.
Xander Bogaerts has flied out and been hit by a pitch. I love how you're more than slightly offended by it. I love that. Mitch Moreland on deck. Now, the strikeout of Benintendi was the 1,000th for Scherzer as a member of the Nationals. High and tight. He has just been ever so wild tonight. He's already hit Bogaerts. He's already hit Brock Holt.
Yeah, he hit Bogaerts last time up with a changeup inside. This time he tries to come in with a fastball and didn't miss him by very much again. Just missing his spot with the fastball that time, and Bogaerts was backing out of the way. No foul ball, no contact.
1-1. Line into left field, and Soto will make the play. So 2 away for the Sox in the 5th in front of Mitch Moreland, and let's go back to Garrett.
Okay, guys, shifting gears from mascots now. Stephen Wright and Dustin Pedroia actually stayed in New York to meet with a doctor who performed their knee surgery. Now, I was talking to Wright yesterday, guys, and he said he's feeling better, but it's really hard to describe what he's experiencing. He said he did know it was going to be a bit of a roller coaster for at least the first 2 years post-surgery because they just don't know what to expect. He said it is nice having Pedroia to talk to, but they are at different stages. Now, guys, Wright had a PRP injection. He's already back with the team, but Pedroia still has inflammation. He's going to stay in New York for the week.
Wow, a week. All right, Garrett, thank you very much. Bases empty, 2 down. Mitch Moreland with a base hit and a run. He's also struck out. Red Sox leading at 3-1. If you missed it in the second inning, Rick Porcello came up with a bases loaded and socked a double to drive in 3 runs against his pal Max Scherzer, who had gotten in front 0-2. And Porcello ripped the extra base hit over the head of Soto, the young left fielder, and cleaned him off.
Now with 2 strikes again on Moreland, they'll come out of the shift and go back to a kind of a normal infield, but they do have the second baseman back on the grass. They've done this a couple of times to him tonight with 2 strikes.
1-2, and down he goes, 96 miles an hour. The Red Sox go 1-2-3, 3-0 Boston. Time now to check in with Adam for the mid-5th studio show. Game series. Max Scherzer scheduled a bat here to lead off the 5th inning against Porcello.
Import the NESN Red Sox schedule on any device with alerts 15 minutes prior to each game with matchups, information, streaks, updated times, and more. Visit NESN.com/schedule to import the schedule. Presented by Franklin Sports, the official batting glove of the Boston Red Sox in Major League Baseball.
Porcello struck out Pedro Severino, the catcher, looking to end the 4th inning, so he gets to see Scherzer here to lead off the 5th. Max Scherzer 0 for 1 with a comebacker. Usually makes pretty good contact. Eaton on deck, and then Turner, and a comebacker again. And Porcello will set him down for the 2nd time. 1 away, 5th inning.
Well, that time Scherzer knew where the ball had gone. The first time he had no clue. It was up in the air. It was like a fly ball bouncing off the plate to Porcello.
Never got out of the batter's box.
No.
Now, the 2016 Cy Young Awards were won by tonight's starting pitchers, Rick Porcello and Max Scherzer. They were teammates together between 2010 and 14 with Detroit. Eaton's gone 1 for 2 with a base hit in the 3rd inning. Been a solid offensive guy with Arizona, the White Sox, and now here in Washington with the Nationals. Red Sox have really made Scherzer work overtime for his outs, but he's starting to get into a groove where he's retired the last 7 Red Sox and struck out 3 of them.
Yeah, it's the best he's looked all night, the last few innings.
And Washington needs a long performance from him because their bullpen was worn out yesterday in a loss at Philadelphia. Foul tipped. Trey Turner on deck. Sox have won each of their last 10 interleague games started by Rick Porcello. That goes back to July of 2015. The only longer streaks in interleague history belong to Justin Verlander, 11 in a row, and Johan Santana, who won 12 in a row between 2002 and 2005. Two. Tried to hit that outside corner, but he came up empty, and the count runs full. He has walked only one man. It was Soto in the first inning. Porcello has allowed a home run to Rendon, leading off the fourth, the only run off him. Now Eaton backs out. And the payoff pitch. And he walks him. Eaton on, Turner next. Premium Flex plans are on sale right now. Those plans include matchups with the Yankees and summer weekend games in some of the best seat locations at Fenway. For more information, go to redsox.com/premiumflex. Sox arrived after the Sunday night game in New York City at about 3 o'clock this morning in Washington. We'll play tomorrow night 1 hour earlier at 6 o'clock, and then 11 a.m. on the 4th of July.
That day off in Kansas City is going to be a welcome day for the Red Sox.
It'll be on Thursday, and then the weekend series against the Royals. And the Red Sox come home for the last week before the All-Star break. That's how close that is. One ball and 1 strike on Turner. One out, and Eaton the base runner. Hard hit, caught. Devers took a look at first base. Does not unleash a throw, but he made an outstanding play on a bullet to third.
Cat-like reactions that time by Devers at third base. That ball would have been down the line, possibly scoring a run from first base if he doesn't make this play. A bullet. Devers almost didn't have time to take a crossover step to make that play.
Certainly one of the hardest hit balls tonight, and Devers equal to the task for the second out. And now Juan Soto has walked and struck out. There's a shot to beat the shift. That's off into right field, down to second base. Eaton will stop there. So that'll put runners at first and second. Soto aboard. And the dangerous Rendon about to climb in. He's already ripped a home run tonight.
Yeah, Soto jumps on one of the rare curveballs we've seen tonight from Rick Porcello.
Rendon blasting a no-doubter in the fourth inning, up and over everything, clearing that bullpen. Red Sox pen and left, his 12th home run. He's also a really, really fine defensive third baseman. He's only made 1 error all season. Well, the sun has set, but it's not a whole lot cooler with this heat wave gripping the Northeast and here into the D.C. area, many parts of the nation. 0-2 quickly on Rendon. So Porcello looking to put him away and get out of a mini jam, first and second with 2 away. This heat, you do whatever you can. Eaton at second, Soto at first. And a wave and a foul tip. He barely nudged it. Maybe a seam on the baseball to stay alive.
Take a look at the home run back in the 4th inning, and it was a pitch that really did nothing for Porcello. Kind of a flat slider that stayed inside, and he just lost it up into the bleachers in left field.
One and two. The last couple of innings, Porcello has had to work extra hard for his outs. He's up to 80 pitches. 1-2. Swung on and missed. Down he goes. He got him. Big out there from Rick Porcello as he fans Rendon. Moment.
And certainly was smiling was Rick Porcello after that ball went over the head and driving in 3 runs. The whole Red Sox dugout smiling, and Porcello returning one.
So at the plate, he has been the #1 hitting star tonight. And he's pitching a very strong game here in Washington as well. Rafael Devers will lead off here in the 6th inning. Red Sox ahead 3-1. He's popped up and struck out, and he's made a couple of really fine defensive plays. Mention his 5-hit game against the Yankees. He's the youngest hitter with a 5-hit game against New York since Stuffy McGinnis in 1911.
Oh, Stuffy.
1911. Got a piece.
Everybody had a nickname back then, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
You know, Stuffy. All kind of nicknames.
Yeah, lefty.
Yeah.
Righty. Everybody had a nickname. Sal the Barber. They do appeal and no swing, says Rehack at third. The splendid Splinter. The newspaper writers came up with most of those, didn't they?
I don't know. Probably so.
1-2.
I say probably big in the clubhouse too. You know, guys. You know, Stuffy. You could just imagine. Maybe he was a short, stuffy guy. You know, and
or maybe it had something to do with his personality. You know, oh, he's stuffy.
Never know.
We will never know. It's a long time ago. 1-2. And drifted away. One of your nicknames was Scoot, wasn't it?
Yeah, I've had a couple. Yeah, Scooter was one of them. Yeah, when I came to the Red Sox.
Brock Holt on deck. And the 2-2. Popped him up into center field. Defoe out along with Turner, and Defoe will make the catch. Time now for a game break, brought to you by Jordan's, the furniture store of the Boston Red Sox. Here's our man Tom Caron. Tom, thank you very much. One away for the Red Sox. Brock Holt has been hit by a pitch and singled tonight. He's going up the middle looking for another base hit. The dive by Turner. The throw is not going to get him. So Brock Holt reaches base for the third time this evening.
Well, that last at bat he had took forever. It took a lot of pitches to finally get a base hit. This time not wasting any time. Getting it on the first pitch. Once that ball got by Scherzer right here, you can tell it was going to be a base hit because they're going to have to go and dive for this, and there's no way after, from that point there they're going to be able to get Brock Holt at first base.
So Brock's had an interesting night. He's been hit by a pitch and scored. He was on when Porcello ripped that double. He had an 11 pitch at bat in the third inning and singled off Scherzer, and now another base hit off him, swinging at the first pitch. And fouled by Sandy Leon, who was struck out and fly to center.
Sandy Leon one time in the Nationals organization.
Yep, began his pro career with the Nationals. They drafted him from Venezuela. Broke into the majors with Washington in 2012. And then traded to the Red Sox. Looking to bunt, drops it down. Scherzer collects. He'll lob over to first base to get him. Down to second will be Brock Holt on the sacrifice.
Now he's bunting for a base hit right there. He's trying to drop a ball down the third base line. He's done this a couple of times this year where he's got third base wide open, but he ends up bunting it right back to the pitcher. Now they're going to walk Bradley again, and Porcello's got a chance to do more damage. And what he's trying to do there is go to the third base side to get a base hit. I don't know about the wisdom of that. You know, I think you're probably better off going ahead and swinging the bat when you're down at the bottom of the lineup. Listen, you get your pitcher waiting up there because Bradley loses his at bat. They walk him.
So to put runners at first and second, Porcello trying to do even more damage with the bat. Quite a moment with the bases loaded in the second inning, ripping that 3-run double over the head of Soto, the left fielder. They did give Sandy Leon a sacrifice bunt on that. Jackie Bradley, the intentional walk, and now Severino coming out.
That's silly to give Leon a sacrifice bunt on that. That's just not. That's bad scoring. That's just bad scoring.
Red Sox with a 3-1 advantage here in the sixth inning, and 104 pitches now for Scherzer. They don't have anybody throwing yet in their bullpen. pretty well, but foul. Porcello makes decent contact. Did strike out his last time up, but
outfield very shallow all the way around, as they normally would be with the pitcher hitting.
Good speed on the bases for the Red Sox. Oh, 2.
A pretty good rip at that breaking ball that time, did Porcello.
Two down. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. He bounced it up there. Severino with a stop on a slider in the dirt. Scherzer is an absolute horse, but it's also in the 90s temperature wise. He's thrown a lot of pitches tonight. In this kind of heat, here comes the 1-2. And that's in there for strike 3 to catch him looking. The Red Sox threaten, but they're going to strand 2. Of Major League Baseball and the Red Sox. Digital Federal Credit Union. What can DCU save you? Your local Buick dealer. KM Together We Grill. Your local New England Ford dealers. And by Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. Great to be in Washington, D.C. and the Red Sox with a 3-1 lead over Max Scherzer and the Nationals as we bring in the bottom half of the 6th inning. We'll see if he is finished for the night. Well over 100 pitches, 108. Not only 3 walks tonight, he also hit 2 batters. They do have activity finally in their bullpen. They've got a right-hander going. And Rick Porcello out there for his 6th inning. Bryce Harper to lead things off. He's 0 for 2. He struck out and grounded out. Harper now 25 years old. He's already been selected to 5 All-Star teams. Mile high pop up into left field, but not deep. Benintendi in on that. 1 away. This summer, Dunkin's got ice cream inspired iced coffee in the flavors you love: pistachio, cookie dough, and butter pecan. Stop by and grab your favorite. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. It's a limited time offer. Kinsler getting up in their bullpen, a right-hander. There's a shot driven out to right. Betts turning around, looking up, and it is gone in a hurry. Murphy touching them all. That's his first home run of the season. And that was out in lightning speed. Their second home run tonight, and that makes it a one-run game.
Well, it's strange how the scoring has come in this game. Porcello driving in 3 runs with a double and then solo home runs for the Nationals. Boy, almost no leg kick at all right there. Very well balanced swing by Murphy.
That's his game, isn't it? He's a line drive hitter. He's not all about the launch angle revolution. He's a line drive guy. 2 for 3 tonight. He's also lined out to first base for an out. Defoe has 2 hits tonight, a pair of singles. As mentioned, Heath Hembree in the bullpen. Just 86 pitches for Porcello. But the last couple of innings have been some high stress pitches. His pitching line brought to you by Ace Ticket. 5 1/3, couple of walks tonight. He has struck out 4. Popped up foul on a play. Tomorrow night we get underway at 6 o'clock. 6:05. Brian Johnson on the mound. Eduardo Rodriguez will go to 11:05 on the 4th of July.
Pretty good pitch right there by Porcello. Didn't get it. 2-seamer inside corner. And Defoe jumping back on it.
Here's the 3-2. And that's going to be in there for strike 3. Caught him looking.
If you Defoe, you don't know what to look for now, because the pitch before was actually better. It was not called a strike, so it was a hit. You're saying, well, he's not going to call us a strike, and that ball's more inside than the pitch before, and that time it's a strike. He's just totally confused.
And he looked it.
And Porcello totally happy.
2 away. Severino next. He's grounded at a pitcher and been called out on the 3rd strike. Porcello with 5 Ks in the book this evening. 1-run game in Washington. Hammered a 3rd down for his Devers. And on target with the throw to retire the side, but Murphy connects, and this one tightens up. Healers in the Chevy Silverado.
Early in the game, Mookie Betts picking up his 3rd assist of the year. Throw to Devers. Devers makes a quick adjustment. Comes in and gets the tag. Bad base running play by Murphy.
That happened in the 2nd inning. The outfield assist for Mookie Betts. This is a 1-run game as we bring you the 7th inning. Mookie's about to lead it off against the new pitcher. Max Scherzer done for the night. Red Sox with an opportunity to beat one of the best in the game. Rick Porcello on the bench after 6 innings, 92 pitches. We'll see what happens with him at this point.
I think he's done. I think he's done, Dave.
So it'll be Brandon Kinsler out of the bullpen, a right-hander. Just recently came off the 10-day disabled list. He was one of their key men last year out of the bullpen. Scherzer going the first 6 innings. He struck out 9. He allowed 4 hits and 3 runs. Mookie with a fly to right, fly to center. He's also taken ball 4. Been walking quite a bit on this road trip so far, 4 times already. Three for 3 against this right-hander. Benintendi on deck, then Xander Bogaerts. As the Red Sox are into the bullpen, which was used a lot by the Nationals in their loss against Philadelphia yesterday. They lost 3 out of 4 at Philly. High and deep left center field. This one traveling way back, carrying, and it is gone. Mookie Betts launching one for his 21st home run of the season. Boy, it sounded gone at the crack of the bat, didn't it?
Mookie Betts looks like a fastball a little bit away from him and hooks it out of the ballpark. There's a 2-seamer right there. It's right down at the bottom of the strike zone, as you can see over the plate, and Betts just absolutely crushes it.
He knew it too.
Yeah, and it's confirmed that they were not booing Murphy on that throw. They were saying Mookie, because they were saying Mookie all the way around the base paths.
Yeah. Number 21, 42 runs batted in. Benintendi, who's gone 0 for 3, pops this one up. Turner ranging out. Soto coming in. He'll make the play. Speedway donates $500 to Boston Children's Hospital for every Red Sox home run this season. And don't forget, all summer you can stop by a local Speedway and quench your thirst with a refreshing Speedy Freeze. Tail of the tape on the Mookie home run, 430 feet. Way out there into the bleachers. Xander has gone 0 for 2 and been hit by a pitch tonight. So a little bit more wiggle room for the Red Sox. Now on top 4-2. Xander Bogaerts with 12 home runs. And a 1-1. Realize it was 4 years ago today that Mookie Betts hit his first career home run. And just destroys one here tonight. And a 1-2 to Xander Bogaerts. Gets a piece. The Sox only have 5 hits, but a couple of them have been really loud. Rick Porcello with the 3-run double off of Scherzer, and now Mookie Betts with a home run in the 7th. 2-2. Well, he's talking pitching right now, but I think in a couple of moments he'll turn over and start talking hitting with some of the hitters.
He'll be asked about it, that's for sure, after the game.
No doubt. Got a piece to hang in. Timeless moment brought to you by Coors Banquet. 4 years ago today, Mookie, first home run of his career, a 2-run shot off the Cubs. Carlos Villanueva. It was the 4th game of Mookie's major league career. Man, does he look young.
And he still is.
So Xander Bogaerts down on strikes, brings up Moreland, who has singled, and he's also struck out twice. The attendance tonight is a sellout here in Washington, 39,002. Red Sox continue to be a very big road draw.
Always big in this area too. You know, we go to Baltimore, a lot of Red Sox fans here tonight in Washington.
2 down, fly ball into left near the line, and Soto is there to make that catch. That'll do it, but Mookie Betts cranking one, 430, puts the Red Sox in the lead 4-2. Than ever this summer. Telescope Casual Furniture, proud sponsor of the Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon Backyard Barbecue. Toyota's official website for deals, and by Southwest Airlines, low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. Well, the Red Sox with a 4-2 lead behind Rick Porcello. All smiles because he did it with the arm as well as the bat tonight. One of the biggest hits of the season. If the Red Sox go on and win this game, to do that against Scherzer. So he gives way to Matt Barnes. Porcello went 6-7 hits, 2 runs. A victory would give Rick Porcello a 10-3 record. And Brian Goodwin will hit in the pitcher spot. And a 9-hole here for Washington as we bring it to the bottom of the 7th. Then Eaton and Turner, the top of the order. So Goodwin hitting just 173, the pinch hitter with a couple of home runs. As the Sox try and grab game 1 of this 3-game series and even up the road trip. Nationals, a ball club with some significant injuries. Not necessarily more than any other ball club, but they lost Ryan Zimmerman, Matt Wieters, Matt Adams, Steven Strasburg, and Jeremy Hellickson are on the disabled list. Those are key guys. Liner, and that'll be caught by Brockholt. The lob on to get him nonetheless, but got the out of the air, and Goodwin is retired, 1 away.
Don't miss WB Mason Extra Innings Live right after the game. TC, Eck, and Steve will break down the game, and you'll hear from Rick Porcello and Alex Cora. Who but WB Mason celebrating over 20 years of same-day delivery.
1 out of 7, top of the order down. Eaton, he's 1 for 2, a single. He's also taking ball 4. Rick Porcello continuing to throw the ball so well, as this one is punched the other way for a base hit against National League teams in his career. He's got 18 and 8. Eaton is on for the 3rd time though.
Yeah, he's been a pain. A couple of base hits, a walk.
And now Turner, who's gone 0 for 3. Hit the ball very sharply his last time up, but it was caught by Devers. Very cat-like at third base to snatch that one. One man out. Turner tough to double up because he can really fly. Base hit by Eaton gives Washington 8 hits. The Red Sox have 5. Mookie Betts has blasted a home run for the Sox. Tim Collins, the left-hander, loosens in the bullpen now for Washington. And Barnes with a 1-1 now to Trey Turner. He drops it in there for a strike.
Yeah, he's feeling that curveball pretty good so far. First few hitters he's faced.
Usually a very good sign for Matt. He's dropping that hook in for strikes like that. He's ahead on Turner. 2-2.
Overthrew that at 97 miles an hour. Yanked it to the outside part of the plate.
If you missed it today, Chris Sale named the American League Pitcher of the Month for June. 3rd time in Chris's career that's happened. 1.76 ERA in the month with a 3-2 record. Juan Soto on deck. This is a lineup that has some pop in it. They have homered twice tonight. Rendon and Murphy. Although those were solo shots. He swings and misses and fans on the breaking ball. Mika Insurance, great service, great coverage, a great price for auto, home, and life insurance.
Now Barnes actually got away with a hanging curveball that time. That ball just stayed upstairs. A very good pitch for Turner to hit, and he is disgusted that he missed that pitch.
And Not every mistake a guy makes gets hit, right?
Exactly right. Not every mistake gets hit, and some very good pitches do get hit.
Well, 2 down. Soto with a base hit, a strikeout, a walk tonight. Red Sox getting their first look at the 19-year-old.
98.
Yeah.
We looked at the same thing at the same time. 98.
It popped. That's a big league fastball. Adam Eaton, the base runner at first. Red Sox ahead 4-2.
That could have been a strike right there, too. That was a high fastball. Looked like it had the top of the strike zone.
Sure did. Jerry Lane said no. Rendon on deck. The Red Sox would prefer to leave him right there as one of their better hitters. That's in for a called strike.
He's that good snapping curveball again. Much better than the one he got the strikeout on. Good bite to this breaking ball here by Barnes. Hitter gave up on it, thought it was going to be high.
What will he come back with here?
Maybe the hook again. We'll see. Like I said, the fastball high and away.
2-2. Soto, a young hitter with power to all fields.
Now the hook, Dave.
And he left it low. So the count is all filled up, and Eaton can run at first base with the pitch. With Rendon next, he homered in the 4th inning. Red Sox playing Soto to pull. Devers is playing shortstop. And a 3-2. Runner taken off. And he's walked him. So that'll put runners at first and second on ball 4. Soto reaching for the 3rd time in the game.
Tune in to NESN's news coverage tonight after our Red Sox coverage to find out the latest on the NHL free agency. NESN's new coverage is brought to you by Cross Insurance, where security meets strength.
So a couple of men aboard for Rendon, who blasted a home run in the 4th inning. He's gone 1 for 3. Dana Levangie with a mound visit. Going over the game plan on the cleanup hitter. They bat Bryce Harper 5th in this lineup. In the inning, a base hit and a walk. Rendon now with 12 home runs. So it'll be Eaton down to second, Soto at first. Rendon, one of their steadiest offensive players. And Harper lurking in the on-deck circle. And that'll be in there for a called strike. 98 again. So he goes with number 1 on Rendon to get started. Not many innings have been easy on the Red Sox staff tonight. Up the middle. Xander Bogaerts to second base to retire the side. Bit of a threat. Nothing comes of that. Still 4-2 Boston.
The night really belongs to Rick Porcello. You know, nice backhanded play by Porcello early in the ball game. Gets that high bouncer from Scherzer. Scherzer had no idea where it was. Gets him out on that. He's got that two-seam fastball working excellently on outside and inside. And then, of course, the big blow. The double early in the game to drive in 3 runs after intentionally walking Jackie Bradley Jr.
That's a quality start. Biofreeze, pain relief that works. Red Sox had 4-2 as we go to the 8th inning. Rafael Devers has gone 0 for 3 in this one, facing the new left-hander Tim Collins out of Worcester, Mass. Good to see Tim back at work. Underwent his second Tommy John surgery in 2016, so it's been a long road back for him. Out of Worcester Technical High. And 28 years old. Rafael has popped up, struck out, popped up again. Brock Holt next, and then Sandy Leon in the 8th inning. Now, we expected a relatively low scoring game tonight, and that's what we've gotten. The Red Sox have been held to 5 hits. The Nationals sitting at 8.
Yeah, when you have that kind of a pitching matchup, you know, looking, staring you in the eyes, it's pretty impressive. You know, the thing that scared me about tonight's game, you know, is you got Severino yesterday, and then you got to look up at Scherzer tonight, and it's like, you know, when is this let up? Well, Porcello made it let up early in the game.
Yeah, with the bat. Did a great job pitching as well. A swing and a miss, and Rafael Devers is retired on strikes. 0 for 4 tonight.
Join Nesson for Home Base's 4th of July special, where combat veterans and their families share their stories of perseverance. Learn how Home Base, the Red Sox Foundation, and Massachusetts General Hospital program is helping veterans overcome their emotional challenges at home. Home Base's 4th of July special premieres Wednesday morning at 8:30 on Nesson.
Well, Brock Holt has had a really fine night. He's 2 for 2. He has scored a run, was hit by a pitch as well. Batting average up to .299 with a homer. We just get the feeling that what Mookie Betts did last inning in the 7th inning could be huge tonight with that long 430-foot home run. Joe Kelly loosens in the bullpen. And that is Sean Kelly, the right-hander, loosening in the bullpen for Washington. Here's the 2-0 to Brock Holt. He smacks that one into right field, and he has really had an outstanding night now. 3 for 3.
Yeah, big night right there for Brock Holt. 3 base hits, and he put a real battle on Scherzer earlier in the game. He also got hit by a pitch in this game.
No time now for the Geico Red Sox moment, honoring the 13 champions. Game number 86 that year. Red Sox beat the Padres 2-1. Johnny Gomes with a walk-off home run to give the Red Sox the victory. That ball club knew how to win late. Knew how to win, period. Here's Sandy Leon batting right-handed, a strikeout, a flyout, and a sacrifice bunt tonight. The former National. Red Sox now with 6 hits to 8 for the Nats. Off speed inside. Steve Pearce there going over some reading material with Tim Hires. Pitcher's spot is a couple of batters away. One and 2 on Sandy Leon. Jackie Bradley on deck. Brock Holt aboard. And Collins with a 1-2. Runner taken off. They've got him picked. Here's the throw down and the tag, and he's out. Brock Holt cut down at second base for out number 2.
Yeah, Brock Holt right there, just going on the very first move he sees by Collins. As soon as Collins made a move, he takes off. Right there, a little bit too soon. Did the right thing. You just keep going and hope to get hit in the back with the baseball, but they executed it very well.
And that's going to be in there for strike 3. Winds up a quick inning. Middle of the 8th inning. Red Sox ahead 4-2.
By Joseph Abood, available at Men's Warehouse. TC Eck and Steve will recap Rick Porcello style.
Joe Kelly out of the bullpen. He'll get Harper, Murphy, and Defoe. Some stylish socks there for the 4th of July. A number of the Red Sox and the Nationals have been wearing those here tonight, game 1. Bryce Harper is about to lead it off. Joe, 37th appearance, a 3.38 earned run average. Tossed the 8th inning of Thursday's win against the Angels. Harper's been quiet. A ground out to second. He was called out on strikes and he flied to left. All of that against Rick Porcello, who pitched a very strong 6 innings and ripped a huge double. You know, for all that has been said and written about Bryce Harper, this might amaze you. Since he's been in the majors, when he broke in 2012, he's been a huge story. You realize he has never driven in 100 runs? Best he did just under that, drove in 99 in 2015, but never 100. And 25, he's got a lot of good years left, of course, but it might surprise people. He has hit 42 home runs in a season.
And you would think that would be the type of year where you're not getting 100, right?
Yeah,
42 home runs?
115 maybe. 2-0. Driven deep. Forget about this one. Look at this one carry. Boy, did he crush that. And it's back to a 1-run game here in Washington. Bryce Harper with his 21st home run. He's driven in 50. And that's all they've done tonight. Offensively, he's hit 3 solo home runs.
Rendon, Murphy, and now a big-time blast by Harper. And you just don't know what's going to get a guy going, and you know it could be something like that. That ball was crushed.
So it's 4-3 here in the 8th inning, and here's the man who got one of those home runs, Daniel Murphy. Line shot in the 6th inning. Hit the ball hard 3 times. So there's some of the energy you can get out of a guy like Bryce Harper with that terrific swing. And again, 50 runs batted in. Here comes the 0-1. Talked about it early on that even though they're just a couple of games over 500, they've not had the season they wanted. It's pretty good pop in this lineup.
There is, and they can do damage with the home run. 7th in the league in home runs coming into tonight's action.
Two strikes on Murphy. And down he goes swinging.
Good choice right there for Kelly. Mix in a changeup, and it was a very good changeup down and away that time once he got ahead to pick up the first out here in the 8th inning. Been a heck of a ball game tonight. It really has. Good movement on that changeup.
And every time a Red Sox pitcher strikes out a National, Lexus will donate $50 to the Greater Boston Food Bank. Tail of the tape on the Bryce Harper home run was 439 feet. We have seen some shots in this one. Defoe with 2 singles and a strikeout. 2 for 3 tonight. 1 away, bases empty. Kimbrel begins to get ready in the Red Sox bullpen beyond the left field fence.
He is well rested.
0-2 coming. Severino, the catcher, on deck. And Kelly looking for the K. 2-2. Sox had an early 3-0 lead thanks to Rick Porcello's bases loaded double off of Max Scherzer. Nothing cheap about it either. Over the head of Soto in deep left. Swing and a miss. That one ate him up. And a pitch downstairs. Back-to-back strikeouts by Kelly.
Tonight after Red Sox coverage on NESN Sports Today, get the latest of free agency in the NHL and NBA. NESN Sports Today is presented by People's United Bank, where the technology is as helpful as the people.
Now Martinez now is going to bring up a pinch hitter. Going to bring on Reynolds. Mark Reynolds, the home run threat. Out comes Alex Cora. I should say Dana Levangie. Kimbrel's still throwing in the bullpen. Levangie out to talk with Joe Kelly. A scouting report on this hitter. He's been a home run guy all throughout his career. Mark Reynolds, 11 years in the majors with 7 different ball clubs. The guy who's also struck out quite a bit in his career, to put it mildly.
Every time he's faced Joe Kelly in his career, Kelly did strike him out.
So Reynolds announced as the pinch hitter. Hitting for the catcher Severino, who went 0 for 3. Bases empty, 2 down, and a 1-run game. And a manager of the Nats, Martinez, trying to catch a little lightning in a bottle here. He's already had 3 solo home runs tonight. The 1-0 pitch. Michael Taylor on deck. And he will hit the pitcher spot. If given the opportunity here in the 8th inning. And that's right through there for a strike.
No fastball, not giving in there on the 2-0 count was Joe Kelly. Goes to the breaking ball.
Bryce Harper with a home run at the top of the inning, then back-to-back strikeouts. Here's the 2-1. Right past him.
Very late on the 98-mile-an-hour fastball that time.
So Kelly trying to whiff 3 consecutive Nationals. 1 strike away. And the 2-2 to Reynolds. That'll fill up the count. Man on deck, Taylor is one of the fastest guys in the majors. Here's the payoff pitch. And he walks him. His last several innings have really been a struggle for the Red Sox pitching staff. High stress. Here comes Alex Cora.
Looks like a double shift is going to be put in place right now, as you're going to see Kimbrel come into the ball game, and probably you're going to see Vasquez for Leon.
Sandy Leon marching off. And so is Joe Kelly. A home run and a walk in the inning. Tying run is left on for Kimbrel. And Vasquez will be entering the ball game as well.
Vasquez will hit in the 9 spot. Kimbrel will hit in the own spot.
Sandy hitting 7th. So a double switch. And in comes the closer. We'll celebrate the start of summer with the whole family next week at Fenway Park next Monday through Wednesday. The Red Sox take on Texas. And the family 4-packs are back. You can get 4 tickets, 4 Fenway Franks, 4 fountain sodas, all for just $99. For tickets and more information, visit redsox.com/family 4-packs.
Let's take a look at how the Red Sox have scored their runs tonight. And of course, it started with Rick Porcello with 2 strikes on him, gets a fastball, lifts it over the head of Soto in the outfield. 3 runs come across in the 2nd inning, and the 4th run coming off the bat of Mookie Betts. His 21st home run of the season.
Another run up on the board, however, in this inning for Washington on a long home run by Bryce Harper. As we look at Vasquez now in the ball game, about to catch Craig Kimbrel. And all of the runs tonight for Washington on solo home runs. Michael Taylor will be the next man in the batter's box, so he'll hit in the 9-hole. So both managers going to work here in the bottom of the 8th inning in a 1-run game. Reynolds taking the walk. So they have the tying run aboard. And Kimbrel getting ready. Now with those games as they went in New York City, he never got into one of them. Last time he worked was on the 28th of June against the Angels when he picked up his 24th save. Kimbrel will come in 1-1, 24 saves, a 2.16 ERA. And Taylor about to hit. Taylor, really good defensive outfielder. Got a little bit of power, and he certainly has speed. He leads Major League Baseball, 23 stolen bases. So the Red Sox bring on the closer here in the 8th inning with 2 down and a runner on. (4-3) Boston. Looked like he went, and he did. They appealed to first base umpire Carapaz, and he agreed that's a swing and a miss. Strike 1. Boy, nothing easy in this one from like the 4th inning on for the Red Sox pitching staff. It's been a grind.
You know, and the thing about Scherzer too is, you know, after he started to settle down in the middle part of this game, and didn't let the Red Sox jump out there and get more runs.
Yeah, it's a great point. You think of true aces in baseball, he's one of them. Even though maybe he wasn't great tonight, he really kept them right there. Here's the 1-1. Let's see if there's any rust here on Craig Kimbrel tonight. Falling behind 2-1. With Reynolds on at first. (2-1) pitch. They drilled that one in there at 98. 2-2. Joe Kelly with a home run and a walk in the inning, but he also struck out 2. He got Murphy and Defoe. comes the 2-2. Four runs on 6 hits for the Red Sox tonight. That's it. 3 runs on 9 hits for Washington. But the Red Sox have the advantage. We're looking to end the 8th. Took a long look in, and time was granted before the throw over to first base.
It's almost like Kimbrel knew time was called, but he didn't care. He wanted to throw over there anyway, just to make sure he can do it.
Made up his mind. 2-2, and that's way outside. So he's running full. Reynolds will get a head start now with 2 down. And the Nationals fans have sprung to life. We've heard the Red Sox fans roaring several times tonight, most recently on a home run by Mookie Betts. And now the 3-2 pitch. Reynolds taking off. And a high fly ball into right center. Betts coming on. Mookie's there. He's got it. That retires the side. 1 man left. Red Sox up by a run. Strikes Out Hunger program. Sullivan Tire and Complete Auto Service, and by New England Audi dealers. Get behind the wheel of the Audi you've always wanted. Back inside Nationals Park. This has been a good one. We go to the 9th inning. Red Sox with a 1-run lead, 4-3. And a couple of changes here for the Nationals as Jackie Bradley gets in to hit. Sean Kelly, the right-hander. The pitcher, there's a bunt, and no play here for Rendon.
Very nice, Jackie.
A bunt single to lead off the 9th inning.
They got the shift on, even though they got Rondon in. Just drop it down the third baseline. He had to make a barehanded play on it and couldn't do it. So the leadoff man on, very nice. Why don't we see more of that?
We should. It's such a surprise. It shocks an infield. Spencer Kieboom now into the ball game. Behind the plate. Vasquez batting out of that 9 spot, hitting for the first time since he came on. Kelly making his 25th appearance, 354 earned run average. Runner goes on a high pop into right, not deep, coming on Eaton. And there for the catch, one away. Jackie Bradley back to first.
And Red Sox had the hidden play on right there, but not working out that time as Vasquez pops it out to right field. And Bradley has to return to first base.
Here's our game summary brought to you by Xfinity. Rick Porcello can win it. He went 6. He also cracked a bases loaded 3-run double. Mookie Betts destroyed a home run 430 feet. Scherzer went 6. He struck out 9. Right now he would lose it. Harper lost one. Home run number 21. It went 439. So here's Mookie again. Along with the home run, he's walked. He's also flied out twice. Mookie in his last 10 interleague games has hit 5 home runs.
Jackie Bradley, 9 steals on the season, has not been caught.
Got a right-hander on the hill. 1-run game. One man out. He's holding. Benintendi on deck. And a very loud "Let's go Red Sox" chant rising up here in Washington. 1-1, high fly ball right center field. On the move is Harper, calling off Eaton. He's there for the catch. 2 down. For every Red Sox hit in the month of June, Echo Story Technologies donated $50 to the Sean Thornton Foundation. With this, Echo Story has decided to go above and beyond by making a total donation of $13,500. Echo Store Technologies, your data center solutions provider.
I think I would try to send Bradley in this situation with 2 outs, even though Benintendi's at the plate. I understand that. And then he'd probably lose him. They'd probably walk him after that. But then you got Bogarts following him. So I think if Bradley can get a jump and get in a scoring position, I think you do it.
Red Sox have been so smart picking their spots to steal bases this year.
In particular, Bradley and Benintendi.
Right. Red Sox lead the majors in steals and stolen base success rate, 83%. Holding here, and that one knocked down the left field line, but foul. A 4-3 game here in the top of the 9th inning. And the 0-1, another slicer foul by Benintendi.
Tomorrow at 5:30, don't miss Red Sox Game Day Live, presented by DCU. TC Eck and Steve will preview Brian Johnson's start against the Nationals. DCU, Digital Federal Credit Union. What can DCU save you?
Bradley at first, and 2 down, 2 strikes and Benintendi. And Kelly's 0-2. Tried to hold up, and he swung and missed. That is strike 3. And that is all. We go to the bottom of the 9th, 4-3 Red Sox. this year. Bob will donate $1,000 to the Jimmy Fund for every game saved. Everybody saves at Bob's. The only choice for untouchable furniture value. Available in-store or at mybobs.com. So here we go to the last half of the ninth inning. Red Sox up by a run. Top of the order. Adam Eaton in this one has singled twice. He's also taken ball 4 and flied to right. Turner on deck, and then the young slugger Soto. Coming on in the 8th inning with a couple of men out, and would get out of the inning. Stranding a runner at first base. Up a run in the 9th, and that's across for a strike. So he jumps in front, 1 and 2 on Eaton. He's hitting .312 with a couple of home runs. Kimbrel trying to make him the first out of the inning, and a high pop down the left field line, but foul. Brian Johnson has the ball tomorrow evening, a little bit earlier at 6:05 for the middle game of the series. And then on the 4th of July here in our nation's capital, it'll be Eduardo Rodriguez on the mound at 11:05 a.m. Before the Red Sox head for Kansas City, a day off on Thursday. 1-2 again. Liner hits softly, and a foul ball past third. Enhance your next game day experience with the MLB Ballpark app. Access and manage your tickets. Enjoy check-in offers and more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. Kimbrel looking for that strikeout pitch.
Trying a mixture of breaking balls and fastballs, and Eaton doing a good job putting a pretty good battle on him.
Trey Turner on deck. 1-2. Porcello went the first 6, then Matt Barnes, Joe Kelly, and Craig Kimbrel. Trying to grab a victory here in Washington. The 2-2. Down he goes swinging at 97 miles an hour. 1 man gone.
That was just like a slow motion swing right there by Eaton. A fastball that was up and in. Most pitches in that at bat were upstairs to Eaton, and he gets underneath that fastball right there.
Now Turner hitless in this one. He's gone 0 for 4. The Red Sox have kept him off the bases. It's a good idea because he has 22 stolen bases. Soto on deck. Turner is a threat to drop down a bunt.
And Devers knowing that, in on the grass at third base.
So 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. .97 right on the corner. Kimbrel's 1-1. Skipped up there. Sox trying to pick up their 57th win. At the moment, 56-29. They do lead the majors in wins. Oh, that's a dandy in there for a strike. 2-2.
Starts it right at the knee. Trey Turner thought that ball was a little bit low.
So did some of the umpires in the stands. But Kimbrel got the strike. 2-2.
Fastball.
Punch foul. 98 on the gun with that one. So he rubs up the new baseball, trying to make it back-to-back strikeouts here in the 9th inning. It has been a really interesting night here tonight. Game 1, Sox and Nats. Floater to right. Mookie Betts heading on back. He's there, and he'll make the play on the warning track for out number 2. So 2 down in the 9th inning. And Kimbrel trying to make Soto the last man to swing. Mookie Betts with a 430-foot home run earlier tonight. Soto is certainly capable of that kind of distance. Tonight he's walked, struck out, singled, and walked again. So he's been on base 3 times. By the way, the Braves and the Yankees have gone to extra innings in the Bronx tonight. Boy, he was going for the downs, and that was 99 miles an hour for strike 1.
Yeah, upstairs too, above the belt, let a high. Tough to pick up with a slightly uppercut swing.
Gas.
Well, same thing. You know, he's got that long swing, and that fastball up in the zone, you can't hit it.
0-2. Two down, bases empty. I pop up, that'll drip foul out of play to the left. Again, 99. So Kimbrel is bringing it here in the bottom of the 9th inning against Soto. Oh, 2.
Oh, where's that?
He did not get the call.
Oh my goodness. He fooled everybody with the breaking ball, including the home plate umpire. Sandy Leone kind of jumped for that a little bit. Maybe that cost him the call. Oh, Christian Vasquez, excuse me, who's in the game now. Oh, man.
And the 1-2. Even up here on Soto. And the reaction by Alex Cora tells you everything you need to know. Jerry Lane did not see it. That was right at the knee.
That's perfect pitch.
Now you're giving a home run threat another life. Kimbrel looking to end it. And the 2-2. Ball filled up now. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Soto. Late drama here in the 9th. Rendon on deck. He homered in the 4th inning. Here it comes. Just got a piece of it.
This goes to show you, you have no idea what Kimball's going to throw you. 3-2 count, goes back to the breaking ball.
And the 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Certainly looked like he had been struck out. The 3-2 once again. And he walks him. So Soto aboard for the 4th time in the game, and that's the tying run for Washington. And it looked like he had been struck out.
I'm going to watch the pitch that we thought was a strike, but watch Vasquez. See how he goes down to his knees and then brings it back up? I think that cost Kimball a strike right there. I really do.
I think you're right.
But there's no question that ball was a strike.
You catch that quietly.
It's a strike.
Without any movement, there's your ball game. However, Cora out to the mound. And a conversation with all concerned Rendon now. Very dangerous guy. Sitting up around 300, and he belted a home run in the 4th inning. So not done yet here in Washington. And Soto representing the tying run for the Nationals. .292 with 12 homers. So the Nats still fighting away here with 2 away in the bottom of the 9th. And here's Craig Kimbrell's 30th pitch since he came on in the 8th inning. And it'll be ball 1. Bryce Harper is on deck. Rendon with 1 career hit against Kimbrell. It is a homer. Tuno. It's been that kind of a ball game. Nothing comes easy tonight. Right-hander has fallen behind in the count. The 2-0. That is ball 3. Bryce Harper may get an opportunity to hit in the 9th inning. Last time up, he crushed a home run that traveled 439 feet. Frio smacked in the left coming on Benintendi's there. He makes the catch, and the Red Sox win it. Rendon hit it right on the button, but that's 91 saves with the Red Sox tied for 4th most in franchise history for Craig Kimbrell. And TC, it had some late drama, you have to admit.